Living by the Border by Elisa Cano. This is where I call home. This is where I grew up. I was born and raised in Brownsville, Texas. I went to middle school here, to elementary here, to high school. It's always felt like a relatively safe place to me, with the exception of one day. It was a year and a half ago, and there was a report that bullets had hit one of the buildings belonging to the university I attend. That university being the University of Texas at Brownsville at the time. I was really scared when I got the automated alert. It wasn't something that I was used to. This had been my home for almost 22 years at the time. I knew about the shootings that were going on in Matamoros, which is the town directly across the bridge. But I had no idea that it was going on here. I know it might be a bit dramatic to say that it was going on here, but for me it was very real, and it was very much here. I was scared to go to school that day. My mother was adamant that I wasn't going to go to school that day. I remember I had an exam, and I tried really hard to convince her to let me go, but she wasn't having it. Living in Brownsville has never seemed hard, or had never seemed hard, until that day. That's when I realized that we're a lot closer to the other side than I imagined. I'm not condemning Mexico. I love it there. I visit frequently. I'm condemning the issues that come from living in a border town. I love Brownsville, and I love Matamoros. With that being said, I do believe that there is a lot of beauty that comes from living in a border town. We have elotes, we have panaderias, we have tortas, we have aguas frescas. We have a lot of great things in Brownsville. My only concern is, even though that we have these great things, we also have the issues of living in a frontera. We're right across from anything that's going on in Mexico, and at this time, there is a lot of violence over there. It was really hard for me to understand that. I used to go to the stores in Mexico with my abuelita. We used to go shopping at Soriana, in the market. It was a lot of fun. But just like any other place, in Brownsville, Texas, there's also poverty and a lot of other things that nobody takes into consideration.